It is said that the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest fear is that of the unknown. 25 years ago, the world was plunged into the unknown. An unknown infection was released into it. No one knew where it came from or how to stop it. Nothing people did could even slow it down. An unstoppable force, an infinite hunger. For most, it started with a scratch. A wayward encounter with a lower-class peasant. The scratch festered and the victim slowly became more and more ill. Their skin peeled back. Blood oozed from tears in their skin. Eventually, the person would die. At first, the bodies were treated with care, but they reanimated. The dead just came back. When you stare death in the face, what do you see? They say that everyone sees different things. Loved ones are generally the most common, but most would rather not see their loved ones now. The southern towns were hit hardest. Towns like Romero and Portsmouth were the first to fall. Grimdale, our capital, was seen as a safe haven. People migrated to Grimdale, hoping to evade the coming storm, but it was only a matter of time. One fateful day, refugees tried to dig away into the wall, and the dead noticed. Within 3 weeks of the initial outbreak, most southern towns were completely overrun. Within 5 months, nearly every settlement in the known world collapsed. Now, I was very young when the outbreak first happened, only 6 years old. My dad's the only reason I'm still alive. Before all this, he was a professor at Concilio University. If you've never been to Concilio University, don't bother. It was overrun after a catastrophic accident. Refugees had swarmed from Grimdale following the siege that laid waste to the town. Concilio's location was far enough away that it was out of the way of the path of the larger hordes, but the influx of people didn't help to mask its location. Soon after, a large horde of zombies became trapped in the courtyard. Apparently, someone had the bright idea to deal with the zombies by using military gear, unaware of Concilio's alchemy lab located close to the northern end of the courtyard. The resulting explosion totaled the northern wall and exposed it to the outside world. Panic ensued as the hordes descended upon it, and few were left alive. Now there's barely anything left at Concilio University. Occasionally, scavengers will find supplies left from our initial struggle, but beyond that, there's no reason to go there. My dad was always the superstitious type. He told me stories of the Great Schism and the fire in the sky. He told me the great magic of the mages of Agni and of the gods. He kept a journal full of his findings and any documents he could get his hands on during his travels. So when the first reports of the plague started spreading, he was ready. He grabbed everything he had and we uprooted. We lived in the woods, far away from most major hotspots. Occasionally a zombie or two would pass by, but it was only once in a blue moon. Our location put us at a prime spot. It minimized the chance of any encounter with the dead or the living. Surviving like this, however, wasn't easy. It was lonely. Just the two of us. So once everything settled down, we began traveling. A few days ago, we received a book from a scavenger who had ventured north towards the fiery mountains. The book is very old. Its black leather binding is torn at several points, and it seems to be held together only by a handful of threads. Its corners were marked with eccentric designs, but they've since faded. On the back of the cover is this thing, an odd yellow and black circle with a red circle and some colorful symbols. Flipping through the pages, the book seems to talk about a curious dig site just south of Basel that has since been abandoned. What we found is beyond comprehension. I'd never paid much attention to my father's stories. I thought they were just fairy tales, but I have proof now that there's something else at work here. This red symbol, these gods, what we found at the dig site. People need to know. I was never really much of a writer, but I've discovered a terrible truth, and it's my duty to recount this tale. If you happen to find this, follow in my footsteps. Retrace the path. Learn the real truth. This is Revelations.